Hi, it's Mayor David Stahl with another edition of Business Spotlight. I'm pleased to be joined by Mohit Jain, one of the co-founders of Math Genie, who's here to teach us a little bit about how we can help our children learn math. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Mr. Mayor.
Tell us what Math Genie is.
The Math Genie is a math and reading enrichment program which enhances the brain function of little kids using the Abacus as a tool, learning tool. And kids not only get very good at math, but they also increase their left side and the right side of the brain. And they just become more focused, they develop more concentration, and they get awesome in math.
Math is challenging for some people. For me, when they started in the school system with the new math, sometimes it's challenging. But first, what are the age groups of the children that you teach?
We start at 3.5, and we go as high up to 11.
And the type of skills that the 3.5-year-old, what are the type of skills that you teach them?
Some kids, when they come at 3.5, they already know how to hold a pencil and they can write the numbers. Some don't. So we start with teaching them how to hold the pencil correctly, because there's a very specific way that the kid should be taught how to hold the pencil. And then we teach them how to write numbers. And they get like a small, tiny abacus, and they learn how to count on the abacus. They learn simple addition and subtractions. So by the time the child is like 4.5, they'll be doing single-digit or even sometimes double-digit addition and subtractions.
We have behind us an abacus. Why don't you show us how that works?
Yeah. So the abacus is this ancient tool. It's been used all over the world for thousands of years. So this is how the abacus works. So if you look at these beads, so if I move this bead up, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we teach kids how to do math, addition. I'll take 2 beads up, and then add 2 more. It's 4. Minus 3 is 1, minus 1 is 0. So what happens with this is that the kids see something concrete that they can touch and feel, as opposed to giving them some abstract numbers. So the kids learn much more effectively using this tool.
87, add 4, add 7, take away 9, and add 65. What do you have?
154.
Very good, 154.
And you teach in an individual setting, or it's a classroom?
It's a classroom setting with the younger kids, like 5 and younger. We don't take more than like 4 kids, and in the older kids, 5 and above, we take no more than like 7.
Do you do some kind of assessment of the child, even within that classroom setting? Let's say you have the 4 or 5 children. Yeah. Do you teach at the same pace, or depending on the individual child, you may teach some different than the others?
Actually, every child learns at their own pace. Some kids learn differently, or all of us learn differently. Some of us are very visual, some of us are very auditory, some of us are very kinesthetic. So we all learn differently. So we make sure that every child learns at their own pace. And that's why we have a small classroom setting, so the teacher is able to tailor her instruction based on the child's particular learning strategy.
Other than obviously when you're talking about the young children with the basic addition and subtraction, what are the other type math skills that you teach?
They'll learn multiplication, they'll learn division, they'll learn mental math, they'll learn fractions. A lot of kids seem to have a lot of trouble with word problems, so we teach them how to do word problems. Then we also started a reading program about a year ago, and we teach them writing, phonics, comprehension, spelling, and all that.
You showed me earlier on your phone a tape of an individual child who was solving some of your math subtraction and addition in a complex way at a very young age. Why don't you talk about some of the success stories you've had here?
Yeah, so we've had a lot of kids who have gone on to have unbelievable success in the standardized tests. So last year in the NJ Ask, we got a number of kids who got all 100% in the NJ Ask. Then there is, for the private schools, there is a program called Terra Nova. So we have kids who got like 99 percentile in the Terra Nova. Then kids who are in special needs, have some kind of learning disability, whether it's ADD, ADHD, PDD, autism, they come here and they get it because this is something concrete they can touch. So they have gone from the special needs to now the mainstream classroom and excelled in the mainstream classroom with the mainstream kids. So we have a lot of successes like that.
Let's go back, because a lot of people, even a lot of people come up to me and say, like, when they talk about math, because in the real world, some people don't use math and whatnot. What do you think the value of learning math is with respect to future learning?
Our program uses math as a vehicle, but our main goal is to unleash the genius power that every child possesses. Like if you look at a musician, they have mathematical patterns in the notes. So if you look at somebody who's an architect or somebody who's a computer programmer or somebody who's an artist, like Da Vinci was very good with math. So I think math is the foundational skill. No matter what you do, it is very, very useful.
It's interesting you bring that up because as I look back to my own childhood, I grew up out west, and Kenny G, the saxophonist, was a mathematical genius in school when I lived out west. So it's true.
Yeah, exactly. So these musicians, they have the ability to come up with all these patterns and all that. This comes from the imagination and comes from visualization. That's what we teach at Math Genie.
Let's go to the basics. Give me your location, hours.
So we're located on Route 18 between Cranberry Road and Milltown Road. We're next to the Magnifico's ice cream parlor on the northbound side. And we're open Monday through Sunday. On the weekdays, we're open at 4:30 on to about 7:30. And on the weekends, we are open from 10 to 2.
So just a plug for Magnifico's has been in business in East Brunswick over 30 years. A great way for parents is to bring their children here. First, give a treat to the brain, and then go to Magnifico's and give a treat for the stomach.
Yeah, a lot of kids do that, yeah. And I just love the ice cream myself. So in the summer, I find myself going over there as well.
Well, as an East Brunswick resident that I know you are, I think it's does it mean something special having your business right here located in East Brunswick?
Yeah, when we were thinking of starting the business, we were scouting for locations, and I thought, why not open it in town? Because I know East Brunswick parents are very, very passionate about education, and East Brunswick is known for a very high-quality education system. So that's why we started here. And all the East Brunswick parents who come here, they all are very, very passionate about their kids' education and future. So it's a great place to be, and we love it.
Well, I appreciate you sharing your story about your business of Math Genie with our residents of East Brunswick. So for all our parents out there who have young children between 3 and 11 who want to come and expand their children's mind, give the call over here to Math Genie and see how you can improve your children's education and expand their brain. Thanks for watching.